Hey guys, thanks for all of your nice comments. I've listened to your advice. I didn't work this entire day. I just walked a bit around, visited some friends, had a nice breakfast and listened to a whole lot of music, and I'm now just on my way back home to enjoy the rest of the evening. I've been thinking about doing some changes since the past 48 hours where I had this day where I was just extremely exhausted, and one of them is definitely to at least have one day a week where I'm not working. No emails, no phone calls, no business stuff at all, not making music, just maybe listening to music, and the rest of the day just doing other things that are making fun. So I'm just having my laptop in front of me to order some things on Amazon. I also want finally to resolve the mic noise issue. A lot of people have been complaining about it. Some people say they don't even hear it. It really depends where you listen to the videos. If you listen to it on your phone or on your laptop, you won't really notice the noise, but if you listen to it with headphones or in a studio, it's actually quite loud. And that's actually also an advice I would give to all of the people asking me which equipment is better or what should they buy. I just can't answer it. For example, with studio speakers, it really depends on the room, how they sound. It might that they sound good in your studio but not in mine. I haven't tested all of these kind of speakers. I have now my Yamaha HS80M for 5-6 years and I haven't switched them ever since. So just get the equipment you're considering and send the stuff back that you don't like. That's the easiest way. That's the way to make sure that it actually sounds good. So while I already kind of started answering some questions and the laptop is opened and I haven't answered a lot of your comments in the past days, let's do another edition of Q&A. First question is if I could use some screen and audio capturing software for the audio. Definitely yes, I will try to do that more often, especially when it's actually necessary that you can hear fine changes. With the screen capturing, I just don't like the look of it, like it's just flat and boring. I like to film actually the screen. I just have to get rid of those ripples that sometimes appear when I'm filming it. So if anybody knows how to get rid of it, please let me know. Next one, what are the dimensions of your studio desk? I don't really know. It's like this, like maybe 2 meters, 2 meters 20. I actually don't really know. It's an 88 keyboard that is in it, and on both sides maybe 10-15 centimeters. Next one is if there's a big difference in sound quality between mastering your track yourself and a pro mastering engineer. This definitely depends on your mastering skills, but I'd go with the mastering engineer. He has more experience, is mastering more tracks, and that's what he's specialized. But if you train it a lot and master a lot of tracks, you can get pretty close to it with just using software. How do you create vocal melodies? In most cases I don't. That's the task of the singer and songwriter. If I do, I try to hum it or play it in with the keyboard, just with a plain piano sound. That's like the most neutral you can get. The next one is if I could actually give away a copy of the iZotope Ozone 7. This is definitely happening, not now, but soon. Did you get your duet fixed? It's working again perfectly. Could you do a live Q&A? Probably yes in the future, but I have to figure out how to actually do the live streaming kind of stuff. Can you give away the Focusrite Scarlett? No, it's already sold, sorry. I got a lot of really nice and positive comments underneath the video where I was feeling so exhausted. Thanks to all of you, I read all of them and I really appreciate it. That really motivated me and I felt a lot better the next day. A lot of you suggested me to try and eat a bit more healthy, less snacks, less sugar. I have to agree, I will try it. I will probably not stop immediately with it, but maybe reducing it or just filming it less. What else? A lot of you suggested me to do a holiday break with Vanessa. She loved those comments. She is so into traveling and vacations more than any other person that I know. She already checked the flights and the cost for the flights to New York and Miami. So there's a chance we might go there within the next 2 or 3 months. Cut caffeine, okay. Maybe cut the sugar, yes, definitely. Meditate, I don't know. I don't have the patience to meditate. I just get so easily bored. And the second I'm bored, I have to do something, no matter what. More time with Vanessa? Definitely yes. Don't ever go to the doctor again. Yeah, it's a waste of time actually, yeah. Don't take any pills from Vanessa. Okay. Someone is saying Vanessa gets Girlfriend of the Year award. That's nice. I will let her know. But I think she reads most of the comments as well. Low days before high ones. I hope so, I hope. Oh man, some of those comments are just funny. Yeah, here's another advice to just disconnect and go out, take a deep breath, relax, look at the nature. And that's actually what I did today. I just walked around a bit and enjoyed being outside. And that's also one thing I love about doing the vlog. It kind of sometimes forces me to go outside and film, especially when I do the time lapses. Maybe that's somehow my form of meditation. I just most of the times have someone on the phone talking about business things, but maybe I would just take the time when I'm doing the time lapses to do nothing than just standing there and looking around. Yeah, more vacation. Probably US. We have never been together to the US, and my family lives actually part of it in Dallas, part of it in Miami, and I have good friends in New York. And Vanessa used to live in Washington, D.C. for an entire year, so we would both love to go to these places. I think you should be more outside and away from the computer. Yes, definitely. I love making music, but the thing I don't like about it is that it's always involved in using a computer and looking onto a screen. I'd love to do some recordings outside maybe one day, or just doing field recordings one day and implementing those sounds into a track. Another question is why my songs are not on Spotify that I'm using in these videos. Most of them are really old tracks that already got released. Some of them are on Spotify, some of them are on Beatport. The more club kind of tracks are on Beatport. I have also a lot of tracks that I use that didn't get released, will never be released, or are scheduled for release. And I think it's not wise as an artist to release every track you make. That's just way too much. Usually people do maybe 20-30 tracks a year and release maybe 8, 6, 4, depending on how big you're actually as an artist. The bigger you are, the less tracks you actually release. What I think about the Trap Nation scandal, to be honest, I really didn't check the details of it. And there are like two sides, everyone is saying the opposite of the other, so I don't know. Next one, if you don't love the work you do, change the work you do. Yeah, that's actually not the point. It's not that I don't love what I do, it's just that I love it so much that I do it way more than I actually should, and just get to a point where I'm exhausted doing it, which actually isn't good. So I have just to back down a bit. Make a tutorial about monocompatibility. I can't even pronounce it, but I think I already did one about stereo imaging processing, and the mono thing is also part of it. Can you talk a bit more on how you treated your room? I actually made 3 videos about room acoustic. You can just search for them on my channel. There I'm explaining everything I did in my studio and all of the tips and tricks you can apply to making the acoustic in your room better. How does this rent car system work in Germany? That's actually something I really love. It's called Car2Go or Drive Now. I think it's also available in the US, in the UK, and France. You just register and then you can, with an iPhone app, search the cars that surround you. Go there, open the car just with the app. You don't need any key. You just type in a code and then you can drive around with it. leave it anywhere in the area where you are allowed to leave it, usually within your city. So I think that's already it for today. Thanks a lot for all of the questions, all of the comments, all of the nice comments, all of the motivational things and advices you gave me. It really means a lot to me. It's a big part why I'm actually able to keep on doing what I do, is just having you guys being part of this. I think I'm getting sick, and if you think I was in a bad mood 2 days ago, just wait for me getting sick. That's like the worst.